Welcome to episode 69 of Lost in Immersion, your weekly 45-minute stream about innovation. As VR and AR veterans, we will discuss the latest news of the immersive industry. Hello, guys.
Hello.
No.
So, this is summertime. We can see that the news are way less than usual, but what do you have to talk about? Fat-
Um, yeah, so actually, I have one VR news and one AI news. The VR one is a bit old, but it's about Roblox, so like the metaverse, quote unquote, Roblox. And IKEA, they launched a new space in Roblox where they say that they will actually pay some players to advise and to help other players in that store. Um, so actually, I went to the store. We can have a look. Yeah, here. So I didn't see anyone, but maybe I'm not at the correct timing to see the real assistants here. But basically, it's a store where you have you know like a classic IKEA store with the kitchen counter and stuff like that. Um, seems to be a cafeteria here, and on the other side you have a showroom on that side here with actual products. Um, and you can see looking similar to other IKEA store with the path that you have to follow in the showroom. So I didn't experience that this advisor when I visited, but I think it was nice to see some kind of another economy kind of going into the metaverse. So where actual humans, not AI, would help other humans in this kind of brand activations. So uh, yeah, that's it. I think it was an interesting news. Um, so yeah, what do you guys think, Seb?
I'm wondering, do you see the pricing of the product and what can you do with that? Is that can you buy them and it's linked to their online website or
That's a good point. I don't know. To they have they have like collectibles here, but these are like Roblox collectibles. Um, I don't know.
seems weird to me to ask question about products that are not exactly the we can see that it's more 3D model with not a lot of texture, so it's hard to relegate you have the shape but you don't have the real materials that you and the fabrics that you will get in the end with your product, and if you can't buy it, I'm wondering what is the point for a user to go there.
Yeah, that's a very good point that I didn't thought about. Um,
There,
I don't know.
there seems to be some kind of game in there. You can see you have a score 0/500. So maybe there are some stuff to collect or find in the world. But yeah, I'm completely agree with Seb. What's the point in doing this if you can't buy stuff or even yeah, you can create your own kitchens and stuff with the IKEA software. It would have been nice to be able to do so in this environment. Um, I'm afraid that this is once again just a marketing and very very high level experience, meaning that You don't have much to do. It's just for the marketing stuff. And yeah, we created some kind of IKEA in the metaverse, but they didn't push the concept to where it would be interested for everyone. And you told us it was some kind of old news, so maybe when they announced it, there was a real agent, and now that the communication is past, they are not maintaining it much further.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
However, there seems to be a lot of people walking around in the place, which seems weird to me.
Yeah, it's been my experience so far in Roblox. Like there are a lot of people in Roblox, especially in the well-known rooms. Um, I, yeah, I'm not a very high user of Roblox, but every time I go to check out some news that I see and I go test the room, I always see people in there. So I think it's a very, very highly used platform. I don't think it is a very highly used platform. Yeah.
Hmm.
There are two people that are sitting in the sofa for since we begin the, the since you enter the environment. I don't know what they're doing there.
I can sit there as well. Okay. I'll do the podcast from here.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, could have been nice to gather the different object and select the one you want and create your own room and invite or have a contest of which one will do the most creative room or stuff like that.
Hmm.
Mm.
We are giving them a lot of ideas
Mm.
to improve, free of charge.
Yeah. Okay. So I will actually do a bit more research onto exactly what happened. Yeah, maybe as you said, Guillaume, the campaign is over.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Cool. So the next piece of news that I have is something much more recent because if I'm correct, it was announced yesterday or over the past few days, which is AI Studio from Meta. So this is for now only available in the US, but it's a piece of cloud software that allows you to create an AI bot based on yourself, or you can also create characters. So if you are a creator, you can have like an AI twin of yourself, or you can choose to create any character that you like. And from for the creator, obviously the advantage that they push forward is that you are able to do more. So anytime people can engage with your AI instead of engaging with you, so you have more time to actually create. Um, and for character, it's more like um, yeah, you can basically customize and create any character that you like. Um, so this feature is I will be very curious to see how it's applied and how successful it is. Um, because they are not the first one to do that. One of the most popular is C.ai, which has a lot of characters, so that are not based on creators, but that are like fake um, AI. So, sorry, fake AI characters with personalities, and they also like create famous people. So you can discussed with the AI version of Elon Musk, for example, on C.ai. And actually, it's pretty impressive the number of usage that they have. I found this. They have like 20K messages per second on their platform. So it's incredible the quantity of usage here, and so that could be great, but it seems like a lot of people are getting actually addicted to this kind of character and spend a lot of time discussing on this platform. So I think the most famous post is this one on Reddit. Someone explaining that their addiction to C.ai, and below you have a lot of comments of people who resonate with this. There are also applied in we'll see. What do you think, Seb?
So just a question. Right now, it's not available, right? It's available only to develop and test in the US, but you can't deploy it on, like you said, WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook.
So I wasn't able to test it, but I think it's available. Yeah. I tried it with the VPN. I wasn't available. So yeah.
Yeah, people are starting to get emotional with the AI character and the way they answer and their behavior, and yeah, that's scary.
Okay. And Guillaume?
Yeah, I just tried the link to create a new character or your clone, and the link is just broken right now. So I don't know if it's a server issue or if they are not ready yet. But you have the main page. But once you want to try it or create something, I'm getting an error. Yeah, this is. So yeah, we'll have to try it later because I should be able to get this if it's for the US, and usually it's Canada included. So see if it's available later on. Uh, yeah, for the T.ai, we talked about this, especially when we mentioned the Butterfly social network, which is a social platform where AI and human are sharing experience. Um, there was some kind of there were lots of connection for this new social network, but I don't know where it's going on where it's going. Sorry. Um, and this is exactly what Meta is trying to do. So I don't know if I guess they tried letting people create fake AI characters. You have a lot of them now on Instagram, and as people are not arguing or yeah, they are just embracing the fact that some people are not existing in Instagram, and it doesn't bother most people. So they are just continuing in that way, allowing us to take a step further with this AI conversational AI for you to be able for users to be able to discuss with. So I just looked at the C.ai because it has been quite some times now that I didn't go I've been to this website, and I see you can have a psychological interview with an AI supposedly uh, trained to help you. I found it a bit weird to find these kind of services, especially on this kind of platform, which would be more for the entertainment or social, I don't know, social entertainment. So I find it a bit, yeah, not scary, but maybe not. It's not the place for you to have psychological advice or yeah. It's a bit weird for this one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I as an old person, I don't get why people would be interested to talk to an AI, but apparently I'm too old for this. But yeah, we'll see what it will be doing. But I guess it's one more step toward that the fact that we don't know who we are talking to on the internet, and everything could be fake at any time. So we are approaching this time where everything would be, yeah, suspicious. So I don't know what internet would become and what social network would be with this kind of attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. So I tried multiple personalities on Skilled AI. And so, you have like dating coach, you have characters from anime or from movies. Um, and I so maybe it's similar as you, Guillaume. I'm too old for this, but really quickly I found that like the first maybe 20, 30 messages are actually quite fun, and then it start to go into a loop
Hmm.
of kind of repeating itself and trying to find, I don't know, maybe they have a storyline to respect, and if I don't go into that storyline, they're stuck. I don't know. So I didn't find it that addictive to me. So I got bored pretty quickly. But yeah, you have as you mentioned, you have a lot of really strange, I would say, things that I would
Out
not
of
expect
place.
to see. Yeah, out of place. I would not expect to see there. Yeah,
But yeah, it's a symptom of what we could call now bad AI or primitive AI, when you can loop them quite easily, and it's very easy to spot now, especially when you are comparing it to the latest conversational AI like Claude or GPT-4o. which could have a way longer and continuous conversation. I tried Moshi a few weeks back, which is a real-time conversational AI, and indeed it answers like instantly, but after a few messages you can see that it's just looping around, and that the answer is not very interesting, and it clearly shows that the AI model behind that is an old one, maybe to 2022, and now we can put a time marker on this kind of AI, which is very interesting. Okay.
So, Seb, about you?
Yes. Just to finish on that, I think their new model, Llama 3.1, seems to be very close to ChatGPT 4.0 in terms of parameters and quality for different domain. Maybe not all of them, but for mathematics, I think they are very close, for example. Code also. However, Claude is always on the top, the latest version. So, yeah, it needs to be tested, I think, to see how fast it replies and how good the reply are with this new version of their AI studio.
Mistral also released 3 new AI, one for mathematics, another one for the code, and the last one is the replacement for 7B, which is called Mistral Mismo, I guess. Yeah. I didn't try the latest Mistral. I tried the Llama 3 and didn't get good results. So I went back to Claude. But yeah, maybe my question were not the best one for it.
Yeah, but they boost a lot the model for the 3.1, apparently.
Okay.
So, yeah, but needs to be tested on that. But there's picture generation seems to be quite good, actually. So I think the studio is not only for creating character, right, Fab? It's also to generate pictures, generate song or music.
Oh, you have access to the AI.meta, where you can generate. It's basically the same access you can have with the GPT or Claude. You tried this for quite some time, but yeah, you can have access to this right now.
Yes, same as you, Fab. I need to use a bit VPN to to connect to the US and try it. All right. So on my side, I want to talk. It's SIGGRAPH right now. The event around AI, 3D graphics, and robotics. And this week, this is a new paper released a new version for ColMap. So ColMap is the tool that is mostly used for NERF and Gaussian splatting to generate a point cloud based on a picture you have taken with your. It's called GlowMap, sorry. And it seems apparently to generate much more faster the point cloud and to also get better results in the point cloud that you get. So that needs to be tested, but I think we will soon see the implementation of this new model for the generation of the picture. So it should be of the Gaussian splat and the NERF. So it should fasten the process a lot, because this phase in the process takes a lot of time. It basically compares all the picture to one another to position to get the position of the camera where it was taken and generate point clouds of the environment. So yeah, I think it's interesting to see evolution on that part. There was not a lot of ColMap is, I think, very old now, and there was no improvement on this side. So yeah, I'm glad to see that it's moving forward and that now it seems to be way faster and way better in terms of quality. So Guillaume, I don't know if you want to comment on that.
Oh yeah, this update is welcome. As you mentioned, the ColMap phase when you are doing Gaussian splatting is one of the most frustrating one. So if this part would be improved, it's a really great news. Do you know if they can now have the 360 video or images as an input, or it's just
Sure.
2D?
No.
Okay, because this is one feature that is it's very waited for. So because once again, it's one step that is getting some times, and maybe you have to adjust your parameters for this. And if it could be completely automated, it would be great. So okay, do you know if it's released yet, or is just the announcement of the?
The code is available. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's on GitHub.
okay. So yeah, I guess the results would be the same. So you just have to
Yeah, it's just you
switch
can
your
swap.
yeah
You can swap
exactly.
ColMap to GloMap. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Hmm.
So I'll try this.
Fabien, do you want to comment on that?
No, not really. I mean, it's cool. The new updates, new. It seems like almost every week. Sorry, there is something going on that Gaussian splatting / NERF area. So that's great. Yeah.
Okay, and more on that. NVIDIA just announced a way to simulate physics on Gaussian splat and point cloud object. So NERF for Gaussian splat, and have directly physical simulation on generated by AI, basically.
So they are modifying the point cloud for them to create simulation.
The deformation and the physical based simulation of how it will react to depending on parameter that you enter on the way. Like this muscle is the example that is available that you can download and test. So you can change the parameter of the muscle, its resistance and stuff like that, and it will react and do the actual simulation when you run the simulation on how it should behave. So very impressive. It's also
so maybe we're just witnessing the end of the mesh era, because if we can do anything that will force us to use mesh without them, I guess it's not relevant anymore. But we are far from what we can do with the mesh. But yeah, we are attacking this way because we have the environment, we have the motion capture, now we have physics, sort of. So yeah,
the next step is to bring all of that together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can we do a video game in Gaussian Splat?
You can add object right now.
It would be Gaussian Splatoon.
Okay, Fabien, you want to?
No, that's all I had to say. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Guillaume. Is like the trend that is going on with Gaussian splatting. Gaussian splatting is getting a lot of attention, and a lot of people are working on it. So yeah, we can maybe bet on that being the future of 3D representation, and that's exciting. Yeah.
The next one is again from NVIDIA. They just announced yesterday and show that on stage. which is a person describing what she wants to see in a scene with her voice, and you see the scene being built and changed depending of what she is asking to do. It's apparently running on Omniverse and getting all the 3D model on their library and generate from that base of model with voxel different and AI different variation of those models that they have in library. And so in that video, they are showing a young girl talking, asking to render a forest, add some stairs and some vegetation and some rocks, and yeah, the environment change along the way. So I guess the fake part is the how fast it goes, but yeah, it seems to also go very fast on this part of generating 3D model now. I think that I will show you afterwards. There is another AI product that is now available to generate model same kind of way as NVIDIA announced it here. So yeah, Guillaume, do you have
Yeah, so this is for creating 3D rendering. So they are targeting advertisement, marketing, and possibly movies and series. As we can see here, it's a LED incrustation of a character with the camera movement tracked. Okay, so yeah, I guess basically we have the same question as you, meaning that how much time does it take? Is it Can it create like diversify environment, because you mentioned it is based on their own database of 3D models. So maybe one of my question is, do we get this like getting always the same thing as we try it? So we'll have to check if when you are asking for basically the same thing, is it just generating something identical, or we have some differences here? Because we already know the capability of Omniverse to create realistic and rendering, so I'm not surprised by that. But they added this. Yeah, we'll see how it materialize when you can try it. Did they mention a release date on the?
No,
Okay.
not yet. No.
Check just. I'm giving you the mic, Fabien, if you want to say something. I'll try see on the Omniverse if we have some news.
Yeah. So as a demo, it's pretty impressive, and yeah, I see also. I think we mentioned that in a previous podcast, but I see also applications on children experienced exactly as it is in the demo. Like a kid can describe what they have in mind and see it created in real time. Well, hopefully in the future it will be in real time. That could be yeah.
The point of having the ability to create your own environment and share that with others could bring another value to the metaverse and allow you to generate your own personal environment where you bring people to play with. and it generates USD content. So that's why they are showing that it can be exported to a tablet or different, like here, a website or stuff like that. All right. And the last subject is about Clay, which is a 3D generation tool, which seems to be very impressive in terms of quality that you can get from it. So it generates the same way as picture as generating with a cloud that are generating this way. They are doing the same with voxel. That's what they are showing here. So in 4 seconds, they generate a 3D model of an helmet. And then they have the ability also to texture it. And when they show the comparison from what you get from other tools and their own, yeah, the quality seems to be very amazing. Can't wait to be able to, I'm in the waiting list and can't wait to be able to test this one. And like you see here, different map that you need to get the best look for your 3D model in a 3D environment. Trying to the picture they're providing as input and the 3D model that has been generated by their model. With your basic shape and use that as an input to make sure all the position of your object in your final output is on your 3D scene are correctly positioned where you wanted it to be. So like here also, they are showing that they generate a head and then they decide to add it on top of a 3D humanoid character. And they iterate on the version to a different kind of model. And it's integrating into Blender. So here they're showcasing that I can type directly, iterate, create a cube, say, oh, this will be a TV in my output, and it generates a TV right away. And this is sample of what they've been able to generate. So yeah, quite an impressive 3D tool here. Don't know what you think about it. Yeah.
And the texture is something that we haven't seen yet, so very interesting to see that. I made just some research as you were speaking, and I guess the best one because it's really hard to find it.
I agree.
Because there are a lot of clay app and AI especially. So yeah, maybe they will have to rename it at some point because on the marketing side it's really not efficient. So yeah, can't wait to try this. I don't know if we will get our hand on this or in the close future, but yeah, As always, all these 3D AI generation model, uh, they are always very promising and showcasing a lot of great results. But once we try them for a specific use case, it's usually less less interesting because there are some issue, and you have to spend a lot of time to do some touch up and modification of the model. So this is really what the soft spot is. It's, are those model usable as is, or do we have to modify them after that? So this is the key, and the one that would be able to achieve this. They have a great market for them. As we mentioned before, for metaverses and for people to be able to create 3D and especially immersive experience. It would be a game changer because lots of people are not able to create 3D models. It's a very hard task or expertise to acquire. So it would change a lot of stuff to for anyone to be able to generate quality 3D models.
Yeah, it's impressive if it works as well as interesting to know. For content, yeah.
Okay, so maybe we have a few hours for I guess it would be at the end of Seagrass, so at the end of this week when they are coming back. So we'll see. Okay. So sorry, my share screen. So using a new headset, which would be, if the rumors are correct, some new iteration of the Vive Focus 3. The rumors are saying that it would just be an improvement on their chipset. It would be the latest generation of the Snapdragon. Um, so I really would like to have your insight about this kind of strategy. We know that HTC, since the first headset that saved them, in short, because we know they had some issue with the smartphone branch, and they put all their effort in creating a very nice headset back in the day, and they just like they won the battle against Oculus at some point, but right now they are they are backtrack. They are on maybe not the last position, but they are not well positioned right now on the market because their headsets are judged to be too expensive and maybe less powerful than the competition. So I don't really understand their marketing strategy, as we don't understand the marketing strategy either. So what do you think that they could achieve by just making some cheap improvement? Some people in the community would like it to have the the lenses of the XR Elites, for it to be more competitive. But do you think that they could just do this update and that's it, or maybe lower the price because it's $1,300 right now for the Vive Focus 3, which is quite expensive regarding the specs and what is going on with the competition, and especially with the announcement of Samsung releasing their headsets by the end of the year. So very weird strategy if it is the case. Uh, they should be doing some business. Otherwise, they would have just canceled their headsets and stop VR production. But apparently, some companies are buying the Vive Focus 3 and maybe the next iteration, even if it's quite expensive. So I know that you've worked with the HTC. What are their strategy right now? Are they just focusing on the professional and they are providing their services accordingly? Or yeah, well, what do you think about this strategy? Do you think that it would be maybe one of the last headsets done by HTC, or they are, yeah, what do you think, Fabien?
I will let Seb expand on it. I think Seb, you have much more knowledge than me. My perception of it is, for example, in all location-based entertainment, like it's HTC everywhere. So it seems like for professional usage, if you have like a lot of HTC to a lot of headsets to have at the same time, HTC is kind of like the best choice. So yeah, maybe in this kind of situation, they have like a turnover of headsets. You know, they get broken, maybe they get replaced. So having a replacement that upgrades the quality and that's not that much expensive, maybe it makes sense. So that's one way I see it. But yeah, Seb, over to you.
Yeah, yeah, it's really like you said, Fabien. They are mastering the location-based entertainment. So in all the VR experience that you can do, the EVA. I don't know if you have EVA in the Canada, but there is like 35 EVA places in France now, where you can go and play 12 together at FPS or different experience that they have in their catalog. You have an account, you can go back and experience the same, continue on the same experience and continue an experience that you have done. So a lot of other places, not EVA, but others that are using also the Focus 3 because it's really reliable. It's robust for this kind of usage. They have all the LBE solution to make that reliable also in terms of scanning and quality of tracking in the environment. So yeah, that's why, and the swappable battery is perfect for this kind of usage. It's last all day long without the issue of temperature and stuff like that. So in terms of design, it's the best design. So my guess is they try to reiterate to do the same with mixed reality, to go more into industrial use case, which will be more using mixed reality for this kind of things. For the entertainment VR room, I think it's already the Focus 3 is already the best device for that. And yeah, so they try to keep the same form factor. I think the XR Elite was great, but they did not sell that much because of that issue of having something reliable. The way the swap of the battery is done is with removing the half part of the head strap, and so sometimes when you put it on, it's disconnect. So you can't feel comfortable in installing that on all of your clients or users, and make sure it will not fall down on the floor and breaks. Here the form factor seems to be really reliable in time, so that's why they are pushing the same design, adding mixed reality to it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for this feedback. And yeah, it makes sense for them to have this market. I guess Oculus is not able to provide those kind of large bashes, and maybe the real ability as well. Maybe Meta is not, and yeah, of course, because you have to use the Oculus now, maybe Horizon account could be making it more difficult for professional to be able to use this. So okay, it makes sense. So do you have any more news or topics to discuss? Okay, so I guess this is it for today. So see you guys next week for another episode of Lost in Immersion. See you
Thanks.
guys.
Thanks. Bye
Bye.
guys.